That's what I'm talking about, guys. They don't even have the decency to put it on the pegs. Make a mess like a friggin' rodent and leave it.
Centennial Night Scalper strikes again.
Oh, miserable out retro maniacs. I hate this season. It's the cold, dark, alone season. I wish I could sleep through it, get back to summer, have some fun. Yeah, well. Just had to come out our way a little bit to get some blank T-shirts. So since we're up here, I figure we'll check what I consider to be the best Walmart in town for die-cast and action figures. And it's the right time usually too. So before we get into an unboxing, let's go see what they got. These big plazas up where rich people live, I don't know, it's pretty easy to get lost. I'm up here up on Stony.
Turn right onto Stone Church Road East.
Like a different world. I'm usually telling that GPS lady to shut up. But I'm sure happy to hear her telling us where to go tonight. It's dark and sometimes I get lost up here still.
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Rymel Road East.
I know where we're at. We're going to the Rymel Wally, guys, in case anybody wonders. I never come up here anymore. In my opinion, this is the best Walmart in town for die-cast and...
Continue on Rymel Road East for 3 kilometers.
Sorry about her, guys. I'll shut her off in a minute. But this is the best Walmart in town, in my opinion, for die-cast and wrestling figures. So, they get the most shipments. Yeah, they get tons up here. So, we'll go have a look. We're actually on empty. Lucky for us, it's the day before the friggin' holiday, so I'm gonna have to stop for gas. And look at the price up there, $1.48 a liter. See if I could zoom in there. See that sign, $1.48. Damn it. Funny thing is, I was gonna stop and get some earlier, and I was like, oh, I'll stop later and get some, and then I went out for like an hour later, it went up like 10 cents. I was like, damn it. Oh well. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put enough in for a couple days till the price goes back down, because it always does after a holiday. I actually have my fuel system cleaner waiting to go in. I need a full tank for that, so I'm gonna get a full tank ASAP to run that through it. But we got an interesting car today. It's that car that I missed that my friend still hooked me up with. It's I believe it's a 76 Ford Gran Torino. Now they did make an annoying mistake with that car. I believe it'll be on this car too if it's the same as the Starsky And Hutch. I'll show you what that mistake is. But right now, let's see if there's anything good at this Wally up here. I never go to it anymore either. Whoa, we almost had a little bit of a fender kiss. The guy in a fancy new Ford Bronco signals over, gets in front of me, and then slams on his brakes to try to make the corner at the last second. Lucky I have good brakes and good reaction time on the wet roads. Yeah, it's cold and miserable. We're just gonna check out the toys, and then I can't wait to get into the warm museum and have some jug up and do some unbox. But it's days like this where you can find something too, because nobody wants to go out in this weather, right? There's been a lot of cold, miserable days I've walked in and found stuff because people just don't want to go out in it, and I can understand that. It's miserable. I don't move so well in this friggin' damp cold weather, but find some good stuff when nobody else is out. And when I say we're going at the right time, usually this Wally, I tell people to hit it between about 3 and 6 o'clock, something like that. Around dinner time is what I say.
In 500 meters, turn right.
This, we're going at about 7 o'clock p.m. right now, so should be a good time. We might be a few minutes late, or we might not be. Sometimes they put out late. They don't do it at the exact time every day. It's usually in between those times.
Turn right, then your destination will be on the left.
You can't turn right because we missed it because you didn't tell us. Now we're gonna turn right. Ah, here we go. Go ahead and see grass. Here we are. So this is not our regular turf, guys, but when we're out of our area and in this area, we always check this.
Your destination is on the left.
They have better stuff always than our regular stores, so even off times it's good. Yeah, I have found tons of good stuff here over the time. But it just depends when we're here because it's in Hamilton, so you gotta be here at the right time. Way more stock than Centennial, but albeit it's messy, but they even got the empty sleeves. These don't even usually stick around. New Fast and Furious, wow. Ooh, wrecking the place. Look at that, holy. Will, like 5 minutes from your house. M2s for days, eh? No cheese. Neat. I remember getting us to Daytonas on that card. See what I mean though, from one store to the other? This is just the turtle stuff. Have to see if that's the chase. Gotta admit, some of these tempt me. The auto one tempt me, but now the Bartman does. Oh, they're all Bartman. Maybe it's the same character per box. So far, I've seen Homer, Bartman, and the bus driver auto. These are neat. Even the Lego looks like Toys R Us. Crazy. So you guys remember Centennial, this is just store to store. One store could be loaded with, and this is like this all the time. Look at the wrestling figures. All the time it's like this. I tell locals all the time, if you're after certain wrestling figures, this is definitely the store to check. Rimal, for sure. Check that out. See those, the two rare ones? The gold and the silver? Gold and silver. These are actually neat if I collected G.I. Joe stuff. Ooh, that's cool. See, that's what I mean. My stores don't have all this. No chase, of course. So nothing here, but you could see the obvious difference between this store and my store. If this was my clothes store, wow, I'd have way more stuff. I do not feel like stopping, but tomorrow everything's going to be closed and it's going to be even more of a ridiculous price. So we'll have to stop and then we'll get home and unbox. It's an old school pump. A little bit cheaper anyway. Just put in enough to last us a couple days, that's all. I was just chatting with a buddy about, we seen somebody posting in the group, and it's a guy that usually, he's known for getting stuff from employees and known for, like, he's one of those guys, right? And he'll post having 5 of those hard to get cars and doesn't want to give them to anybody. And I told my buddy, I said, these guys get a charge out of it because there's people that are addicted and they post that they have it. And I said to my buddy, I said, you know what's brag worthy? Posting stuff to brag about it that you actually found fair and square, that you didn't get from an employee handed to you or didn't rip a box open. Why don't you post that stuff that you found on the pegs? That's the brag worthy stuff. That's like the first super treasure hunt I ever found came out of a box. Mind you, it was a box I asked permission to open. That was the first and last one. You want to know why? It doesn't hit the same. Like you're pulling it out of a box, you know what I mean? I don't get the same rush as finding it fair and square. So I think that if you post stuff that if you want to show off what you've been finding it, show off stuff that you found fair and square that an employee doesn't hand you. You know what I mean? That's the stuff you brag about, because it's tough to find. Not gonna lie to you guys, if I had inside connections like employees working at Walmart and shit like that, 100% I would use them. I'd be lying to you guys if I said I wouldn't use them. But what would I use them for? None of my friends would have any wants. Like literally I would be giving lists to Giuliano, to Dave, to Glenn, to Gordon, to all my friends that collect Hot Wheels. They would get a want list every month and let me know what's coming out that you want, and I'm gonna try my best to get it type thing. And that's what I would do with it. Just feels better finding it fair and square, you know what I mean? And like I said, you could tell the ones that are posting it like that just to kind of dangle the carrot and get people going. Dude, if you have 5 of the same car and somebody needs one, hook the guy up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... These are Hot Wheels cars. You're not going to go to a nightclub and be like, oh, I got the most Hot Wheels in my town, and you're going to be surrounded with chicks. It doesn't add inches to your dick. It's a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be fun. Why do that? I don't know. I had to drop off a couple Diecast cars on my way home, guys, and I figured I'd show you. This development that I'm in here, 20 years ago, I wouldn't come in here after dark on foot by myself. Well, if I did, I wouldn't be alone, and I wouldn't be without something to protect myself. Now, it's all working, folks. You notice all the cars.
Turn left onto Quigley Road.
Newer cars. But 20 years ago, this used to be low rental ghettos. But now they're all redone. You buy them for a crazy price. But I was telling my buddy that lives there, I've known him for a long time, but he's younger than me. I said, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, this used to be the ghetto.
In 200 meters, use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto King Street East.
But he remembers. Beautiful in there now, though.
At the light, use the right 2.
Anyway, guys, sorry about the little hunting rant earlier. It just seems like some people find stuff and they run and put it online and use it as a tool just to bother others, you know what I mean? And they get high from it, and it's disgusting. I got the same high from helping people. Like, if you have 5 cars and there's a guy that wants it real bad and you just won't relent, why? You know what I mean? That's why some people have horrible names and some don't. But the problem is not enough people speak out. Like, the guy I'm talking about has a horrible name, but the funny thing is he probably doesn't know he has a horrible name. Because nobody will say anything. Thankfully, he doesn't come to the stores I go to, so I don't gotta deal with him. We kind of have a mutual agreement, I think. He knows what I'm about, and I know what he's about. If we see each other, we'll say hello, nod, but I think he knows that I'm polar opposite. Anyway, guys, I promise, home to unbox, enough running around.
Hey guys, my bad. Sorry for the delay. Retro just had to post a pic in the Ontario Diecast Addicts groups of his latest ill-gotten Hot Wheels to get a rise out of people who have none because he grabbed them all. It's how he compensate for his small red hot.
Yeah, guys, he's got me. What I do is I grab all of the most popular latest cars and I post them in a picture on ODA, and I dangle them like a carrot in front of people that need them because it's like, it gets me high. And I love doing it. And then I turn them down. I say, no. I don't get it, guys. I just don't get it. Anyhow, guys, enough of the goofs with the small red hots. Let's have a look at this beauty. So this is the same year as the Starsky and Hutch. But the body style, like the body shape, really changes without that stripe. And this is considered a black chrome chase. Beautiful box. Definitely deal of the week, $70. Thank you to Willie Davidson for hooking me up with this. If you guys remember, I missed one locally for $85. And this is one of the 3 chrome chases I found my friend this week for under $100. He found out that I missed out locally, and he was nice enough to sell me the one I got him. And $15 cheaper even. Just to show how different that stripe makes the body shape, guys. So it's got different wheels, different body, but I'm going to pull my Starsky out afterwards and we're going to compare them. But this is a real deal Starsky and Hutch chase. If I put that stripe on mine and put those tires on mine, I'd have that. Okay, Retro Maniacs, this is the last of our little unboxing series. But it's not the last of the unboxings, because this week, the Hot Wheels Lowrider is going to be coming in the mail. Don't forget that guy. It's actually cool because thanks to Willie Davidson, who gave us some cars to check out on the channel, it kind of gave us cars to go in between that gap between the Darth Vader and the Lowrider. So, up close look at this, and actually give me 1 second, guys. I grabbed the other guy to show you. 1 sec. So here's the Ertl Starsky and Hutch. I'm going to compare this with this under the hood and all that stuff, but the body, that stripe, makes a dramatic difference in that body style. Wow. But we're going to have a look at both of them up close. The Ertl is my favorite, but they made a mistake. A big mistake that really catches my eye that, believe it or not, Greenlight Artisan did not make. You want to know what that is? And they did it on the chrome here too. See the Ford there? Too high up. It should be on this part. Like the red right here, it shouldn't be on top of the hood. It should be on the front of the hood. So that's the only huge mistake that I don't like. But other than that, the Ertl is my favorite. Other than that mistake, hopefully one day I can remove that Ford and maybe get a decal and fix it and make it perfect. Now, this was sealed when I got it, but this is an example of paint rash, guys. This is one of my 2 Ertls that I got with paint rash. And this has pretty good case of paint rash, actually. You can't see it unless you really focus on it. Like, you don't see it if it's sitting on a shelf type thing. But and apparently a lot of the cars, if one has it, a lot of them have it. Glenn has the identical car to this. His is not stricken with paint rash like this. But I love it. It's good quality otherwise, but let's get into this, guys. I will show you this. Luckily, mint box, that antenna, we're going to be very, very careful with it because, like Christine, at some point during a move or something, this ended up on its head and the car was on the antenna. That's how it got bent like that. Just trying to figure out what had happened. And see, it was trying to do it again while I'm doing this. Okay, so. And usually with these Ertl collectible ones, there's just a little bit of extra detailing. Now this, despite the box being mint, I could tell this has been out of the box before, and it's got no straps on it. But whoever had it displayed it covered and everything because it's not all damaged, tarnished. It's got a beautiful finish. Gorgeous finish, actually. Oh, good. It's not brittle like the other one. Gentle. Gentle. Little bit at a time. We'll get it. Okay, so the trunk does not open on this, guys. Now you see the difference in the rims, it's got the factory rims. Starsky had the mags on it, but we're gonna have a good comparison up on the look-see set. But this, I basically, if it had the same Starsky rims, I would look at this as a Starsky Chrome Chase without the stripe. But there is that mistake with the Ford there, guys, up way too high. Christine's gorgeous. All my friend has to do with that is put Christine license plates on it. The only thing that's different about it is it says Belvedere right here, but the rest of it's identical. So, this, thankfully, the oil's been wiped off, but no tarnish at all on this, guys. Beautiful. It's got the single exhaust that the Starsky had. Yeah, Starsky had single. Okay, so we're gonna do, first we'll start at the trunk. Trunk does not open because it's an early Ertl, so can't do nothing there. It's got dust on it. It's been a minute since it's been out of the box. So we will start over on the Canadian side. The doors are done nicely. No chrome paint pen needed. Those older black box ones usually add a little bit more detail. Sorry guys. But if you see, no chrome paint pen needed. To any new viewers, sorry to sound like a broken record to people, but when you unbox this stuff, keep all plastic inserts. The only thing you throw out is the straps, because the straps cause damage, especially on these bodies. I'm glad whoever owned this de-strapped it. Coming around to here, the doors open beautifully. That's what I noticed about my Torino, guys. Despite it having paint rash, it was beautifully done. The doors all line up nice. Everything opens nice. And this one's the same. Gonna be interesting to see if it's same under the hood. Beautiful finish though. I would love to know the production numbers on these, if there's any old school guys watching. That's like, I thought that was the Barris logo on the front of it, but no. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, these movie cars here, I'm not a fan of them, but they made Barris versions of them. Like they made a Starsky and Hutch that's the same, but it has the Barris logo on the side of the car. I'm not a fan of them. Okay, so let's pop open this hood, guys, on this beautifully finished car. Wow, same, very familiar as Starsky. So yeah, add the stripe, add the tires, you got Starsky. And again, for anybody just tuning in, Chrome Chase is a type of chase, and what a chase is it's a car, it could be a wrestling figure, but they make it a little bit different, and it's way lower production numbers usually. Like they could take one of these, like Greenlight will take one of these and make it have green rims. And it'll have way less made. And that's the appeal to them, is you got something that's limited. Oh, we're supposed to look at the motor. And here I am blabbing about chases. Okay. And it's even got the same antenna actually as the Starsky. Yeah, exact same under the hood. Look at that. Exact same. So I'm okay calling that. Oh, no, I'm not because of the tires. Maybe one day I'll get the same these tires. I'll see if Acme makes the same set. Get an old beat up Greenlight one and steal the siren off the top of it or something. Make my own chase. But very cool. Let's go have a look at these up on the look-see set though, guys. That's a beautiful finish on that. Again, guys, called a black chrome or dark chrome chase. I'll show you the difference actually. So before we go up there, I'll show you. So this is dark, obviously. You see the color. regular. Obvious difference, right? I like the regulars a little bit better, but these are gorgeous in themselves. But let's go have a look on the look-see. Big breakthrough, guys. You know how I was just asking you if anybody knows production numbers for those old chrome chases to let me know? They never put them on the box. Every single one that I've opened never has a number. Sometimes green light chases will have a number on the bottom, but you don't know what the number is. This is a very definitive number on this Ertl, and I'm thrilled. Wait till you see. Finally an answer, guys. Okay, guys, I'm just going to glove up. Reason I'm so excited about this is, like I said, before it was a mystery, you know what I mean? Like, some old heads kind of had an idea, but nobody knew for sure. It makes me wonder, like, the identical car like this that was in Stony Creek, had I went and got that and opened it up, would it have the number on the bottom of it? Like, because I know they all don't have numbers. My General Lee doesn't. Glenn Starsky, I don't believe, does. This is the first one I've seen that gives us a definitive answer. I could not believe it. Check this out, guys. Hold on. Giuliano, I was about to message you and say, oh, check this out, but you're going to watch the video anyway. Just exciting whenever I learn something new like that I've been wanting to find out. Now, I don't know if this is just this particular car or if it's all chrome chases that are 500, but check that out. Now, it's not a particularly low number, guys, 271 out of 500, but to know that only 500 exist. So this car, only 500 exist. 70 bucks, guys. Wow. And the seller made no mention of it. Like, if I was selling this on Marketplace, I would have, you know, chase car, only 500 produced. Like, just grab attention, you know what I mean? Well, let's go check it out on the look-see set. Wouldn't be a video without saying hello to this guy. He's always hovering, waiting to say hi to you guys. Oh goodness. That finish on that, guys, is flawless. Sometimes over time these get oxidized, whatever, but you can clear them up with some buffing compounds and that. This one stayed flawless over time. Check that out. The only problem was that antenna. Thankfully it didn't break off. I'll just keep straightening a little bit at a time. That's all. Now, I love this, and it's not even my favorite car. I love the look of the Starsky car, though. The stripe totally makes the body look different. But I'm in love with this because of that finish. Just mesmerizing. Imagine if this was your favorite type of car. You'd have to have it. In fact, they made, I believe it's either a 68 or a 69 Charger with this black chrome finish. And it's gorgeous, but I think the cheapest one I see on Marketplace, I think it's $150, I believe, but finish is just like that. Gorgeous. Oh, fingerprint. Nothing permanent. Let's have a look inside here though, guys. It's got the nice wood grain bezeling. Steering wheel is authentic. No need to do anything to the doors. Just like the Starsky car, this was pretty well ready to go. Underneath the hood could always use a little bit more, but inside was well done. You see, we give it a spinneroonski, but all in all, they did a good job on the Gran Torino. I noticed that with the Starsky and Hutch. So, and here is that unique look from the passenger side where we can kind of see everything. Check that out, guys. See the heater vents? Everything. It's kind of what you have a hard time seeing when it's not all lit up, but the details are there. So the only glaring mistake is that Ford right there where it is. It should be down lower on that lip. My bad, guys. I forgot to tell you it's got a production date of 2002. See, under the hood is decently done. We've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. I've seen a couple hurdles look like mice toes under the hood, so that's okay. Now, remember what I was talking about with the stripe transforming the whole body shape of the car? Check this out, guys. And I believe Starsky has a little bit bigger tires because of the way it's sitting. Maybe. Something easy to do that's cheap to one of these chrome chases is get the decal of that California plate, and it's a subtle nod to these guys over here. But as you guys can see, it's the same car. It's got identical consoles. Same exact mill in that mofo. Same. And look at that Ford. It's the only thing I don't like. Stripeless striped tomato. So smoking deal, guys. While it might not be the exact Starsky and Hutch chrome chase, it's a chrome chase number nonetheless. $70, 500 made. Deal of the week and a half. Come on. Yeah, like I said, if you really wanted to, somebody like Giuliano, if he owned the car, if he wanted to, could do a wheel swap like that. Get wheels probably from Acme that look just like that. Add the stripe to it. Add the siren to it. He could do that up and make his own. Because we already know it's identical to this. Same maker and everything, except for the wheels and the stripe. Now's the time we see if it's all worthwhile, though. Glamour shots.
Dude, there's one thing I have to admit. I had no idea how beautiful some of these older chrome chases could be. And I can't believe you were literally just asking about production numbers and boom, that's that Irish luck on you retro.
I've got to say, Joe, it's not the lowest number, 271 of 500, but there's only 500 of them. And to know that, like, I had no idea about these older chrome chases. It's not like they put stickers on the boxes. And like I said, I would love to know if I got that identical one locally in Stony Creek, had I opened it up, if it would have had the number on it. Or if it's just random certain ones that they decide to put the number on. Is it just the black chromes that are 500 each? I still have more questions, guys, so if any old Ertl employees or anybody knows these answers, let me know. Is it only the black chromes that are 500 or how does it work? Still lucky to have it. Great deal. Thank you to Willie Davidson once again. Awesome. I've got to say, guys, probably my favorite part of this video is that we all learned something together about those older chrome chases. Anyway, I better say goodnight to you guys. I hope you all had a great long weekend. By the time you guys are watching this, it's the Canadian holiday. It's Thanksgiving. If it's your day off, happy holiday. If it's not your day off, happy Monday. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching all this stuff. Take care. You know what I'm going to say. Do me a favor, smash the like button for me. Click subscribe if you haven't already, guys. And as always, happy hunting.
Subscribe to the Retro Collectibles YouTube channel for awesome diecast unboxings, reviews, and tips on how to build your dream collection on a budget.
This beat is stupid grimy. That's a Cobra Kai kick. There's some open eyes shit, open eyes when I spit. I get riled up like dogs around the postmaster. The dough stack up with no manner. I'm crack